Welcome back to the channel, guys. This video is about how to properly cut your shirt collar and how to fix it neatly on your shirt. This is a shirt to be fixing the collar on. So I'll go ahead now to take the neck measurement, round neck measurement. This is the neck, this is the measurement to be cutting out on our interface. Okay, he gave me 19 inches. So now I'm going to get my interface this way, just a piece, and I'm going to fold it into two. Okay, so from this center back now, for the collar stand, I'm going to measure 1/3. You can make use of 1.5, but I decided to make use of 1/3 for mine. I'm just going to connect it. This for the collar stand, the smaller one. Then for the collar itself, the bigger one, I'm going to be using 2.5, but you can decide to use 2 inches if you don't want yours to be so big. So I'll be using 2.5 for mine. Then I'm also going to connect it this way. The next thing now is to divide that neck measurements we took initially, which is 19 inches. I'll divide the round neck of the shirt, which is 19 inches, into two, and it gave me 9.5. So I'm going to make a mark here and then connect it. From this center front of this collar stand, I'm going to come in by 1 inch and I'll make a mark here. This is for the curve. Then I'm going to connect it this way to this other end. Usually a shirt have this curve at the center front, so I'm going to connect it. Then for my main collar, I'm going to connect it this way, just like I'm doing. I'm going to connect it from this end to this end. Then at this center back for my main collar, I'm going to come up by 1/2 inch. And then I'm just going to blend it into this line. This area will be cut out, and this area will also be cut out. Usually, if you want to do a one-piece collar, like you don't want to cut it out separately, you can just make use of this collar like this after cutting it out this way. So now I'm going to divide this into two. I'll cut this collar stand out, then I'll cut this out, and that's it. Now I'm going to iron this out on my fabric, which is folded into two. I'll iron this out here, and this interface is not strong enough, so I'm going to double this to help the collar stand firmly. So I'm going to iron this now. Okay, I'm gonna head to iron this. As you can see, I'm gonna head to iron this down flat. So I'm going to trim out all these excesses now. I'll repeat the same thing for this main collar. The next thing right now, as you can see, this is folded into two. Please make sure it's folded into two. You have two pieces each like this. Then the next thing now, I'm going to take this side, this pointy area of the collar stand. I'm going to fold this in and iron it out. Okay, I'm gonna head to fold this in. And as you can see, I use my hemming gum to hold this down and iron this area down. When you keep it this way, you notice that this one now is now longer than this. That's how it should be. So now the next thing, I'll take my main collar now and I'm going to sew. I'm going to close this pointy area. I'm not closing this down area from here to here to here. I'm going to close this up and bring it back. Okay, I'm gonna head to do so. So I'll just trim out the excesses at this end. I'll just make notches. and then after this I'll just turn it over. Okay, this is what it's looking like. I'm going to iron this out now for it to sit flat. I've gone ahead to iron this out. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to run a tiny stitch, like 1/4 inch on this. So I've gone ahead to run this stitch. I don't know if it's visible enough. You can see I've run ahead to run the stitch. This is what it looks like. Well secured. I'm going to fold it into 2 now and notch the middle. This is the middle. So I'm also going to take this now, notch the middle as well. Then I also take this piece and notch the middle as well. So the next thing now is how to fix this. This is it. I'm going to, this is the front area, turn this to this front area. Then I'm going to take this piece, this particular one, and face it this way. Front side facing front side. And the 2 points, the 2 middle points should be meeting. So from this end to this end and the other end. Then I've gone ahead to sew it. This is what it looks like. Well secured. The next thing now is to attach it with this other one. So I'm going to, this is the middle part, the midpoint. So I'm going to take this one now and put it on top like this, just like this. Then from this middle end, I'm going to sew. From here, I'll sew like this to here. I'll also from here sew to here as well. Then I'll bring it back. Okay, I've gone ahead to secure this with my machine. So now I'm just going to trim out all these excesses and then turn it over so you see what it looks like. This is it. So now I'm going to turn this over. This is it. Then I'm just going to iron this out flat. Just going to iron this out flat. Then I've gone ahead to iron it out. I'll just trim out these excesses a little, please, not all. Let there be like 1/4 inch for sewing that you'll be using to join this collar to the shirt. Please don't trim everything out. Just the way I'm seeing it. As you can see, look at it. There's some inches left after my trimming. So now I'm going to join this to my shirt neck. This is it. This is the shirt neck. And I'm going to take it like this and place it front side facing front side like this. I'm just going to use my pin and hold it down like this. Hold it down. That little allowance we left is what we are going to sew now. See the way it is. I'm just going to sew. This is the front side facing front side, please. And I'm just going to sew this to the end. Okay, I've gone ahead to sew this to the end. As you can see, look at it. I didn't sew the 2 colors together. I sewed just that piece. So the next thing now is I'm going to fold this in. I'll be putting in all these rough edges inside. This is the only way you can make your shirt to be very neat. I'll push it in. Then I'm going to run a tiny stitch on this. Just a tiny stitch. Okay, I've gone ahead to close up the shirt. This is what it's looking like. Very neat. This is the back, neat. This is the front. See how neat it is looking. By the time you fold it in this way and attach your button, and also you see, this is what it will be looking like when you have attached your button. Very neat, neatly done. And that's it for this video. If you're yet to subscribe to my channel, please do well to subscribe to the channel. You can as well go ahead to run a tiny stitch on top like this if you want. This is the finished look. Do well to subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment and share this video. Bye.